Hello, everyone. My name is Desiree Savory, and I'm here with my wonderful friend, Carrie Bay Little. We're here to talk with you all about the pros and cons of using broker email addresses. In the small business arena, both of us, we both focus in the real estate industry. Carrie, why don't we go ahead and introduce you?
So yes, I am Carrie Bay Little. I am from Illinois, and I'm a licensed real estate agent, and I'm an instructor. Right now, it's continuing education season in Illinois. So I've actually almost booked through the end of June, even though our license renewal is at the end of April. And that's just because people are like, well, if we can't get you now, we'll just schedule you. So do I still sell houses? Yes. Um, love what I do. And the reason why I still sell is so I actually see what's happening in the real estate industry. My background is marketing, digital marketing. But the whole aspect of real estate intrigues me because we're a different type of industry. So I can't wait to talk about this one, Desiree.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a realtor. I am a technology and accountability coach in the real estate industry. I've been specializing in this now for 16 years. I have absolutely no desire to be a realtor. The reason why is because I see what realtors go through. And that's why I stay in it, is because of what I see a realtor go through. It's an amazing industry. And you're right, it's such a unique place. And every time I am out there on the road or working with someone, whether it's remotely or face to face, I learn something new. So yeah, it's something that I feel privileged to be in, and being able to do this type of sharing through a blab like this is another opportunity for me. And that's why I contacted you, Carrie, about this particular subject, because it's an ongoing thing, about using, and I'm not only talking about just email addresses, but that's where I wanted to start with this, is broker email addresses, the pros and the cons about it. Today was one of those days where I was working one-on-one with someone, and she has been working with a broker for a number of years, working in using her broker email address, and is lost with the whole concept of the fact that I asked her, I said, well, where's your client database? She didn't even know what I was referring to. She had no concept of what that meant and how that would affect her future, and what the ramifications were, of not being able to follow through with. She had absolutely she had no secondary email address. The
So,
only one she had was her broker email address,
she
period.
didn't even have a personal account. She
No,
didn't have her own domain name.
no,
She didn't have anything.
not even a Gmail account. Nothing. I mean, the only one she has for personal and business is her broker email address. That's it.
Now that's in, and I've been with the same company since 2001. So when you brought up this topic, all I think about was what if? What if I decided to move to Texas?
Right. Right.
Do I have an exit plan? Should I have invested in my own domain email address? Yeah, I have so many ideas in my mind of what I should do or maybe what I should be planning.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and it's a very, very. You don't know what the future holds for you. You have absolutely, none of us do. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
I had no idea I was going to live in three different countries by the time I was 55 years old. I had no idea. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? And you don't know what circumstance is going to drive you to do what you need to do. And it could be up to the broker and not up to you. So if it's left up to the broker to make those changes, you have to adapt to those changes. And you need to be able to understand that a lot of these decisions are absolutely actually up to you, not just your where you hang your license. And we're not just talking about realtors. We're talking about anyone in any industry. You could be, in the loan office arena,
Right.
in warranty, anywhere. So this is not only about real estate. Any small business that you're in, your own personal business, where you might be a landscaping company, a pool company, any small business, using an email address that advertises someone else, Comcast, for example, they have their own advertising dollars. and you're just adding to that and giving them more more advertisement
You know,
without realizing it.
and when you brought up Comcast, I remember when I first had my Comcast account years ago. That email address, when you change or move, that email address doesn't go with the new account. I don't get it.
No.
I don't understand. So if you're using a platform and you don't own your own email address, so having the secondary email is great. If I could do this over, I would tell real estate agents, go and buy your own domain name and then have your own extension. And then you might have to talk to your brokers, and you might have to do doing a DBA, doing business as, because you have to always share the sponsoring broker. But I would always tell real estate agents, always have a secondary email address. And if you're using the brokerage email, because I've been using it since 2001. I'm listed as Carrie Bay. My legal name is actually Carrie Little because I'm married now.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
how do I transition that? So the challenge is everyone knows me as Carrie Bay.
Right.
So
Right.
even though if I email you, it might say Carrie Bay dash Little. If I were to turn off that Carrie Bay, the Carrie dot Bay, I might lose people. So I would tell real estate agents, whatever you buy your domain name, it would be great to own your own email address and maybe even redirect, because I've been using the email for so long. I truly think that because I've only worked for one company, having the brand behind you is great.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a plan, like if you Google Carrie Bay Little, or Carrie Little, I'm found on social media. So I have a backup plan. You can always find me. But most real
Sure.
estate agents, the average age is 57.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do. And I've worked with an agent that I've actually been in a company where someone will come in and say, hey, Carrie, can you show me how to get all of my stuff out of this database before I leave the company? And then I'll go to their database, and there is no export.
Export. They have no way of exporting.
Right.
I've done it too. I've been in the same situation where I literally had to do a copy and paste into Excel and then try to clean that up, which is not easy to do.
Right.
Because it was in a grid format. And you're right. It's a matter of planning ahead and realizing that you're actually running a business. You're running your own business.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no sin behind that. It's that's what it's supposed to be. You are running your own business from beginning to end. It's not a matter of working in a brokerage and thinking that you are at their beck and call. You're working in a business to market and brand yourself from beginning to end. When somebody says in their mind home, they should be thinking of Susan Realtor. They're supposed to think of you first, not necessarily the broker. They're supposed to think of you, because that house is supposed to be going through you over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I like what Haywood said. You have to tell us your real name. That's why he or she never uses the broker email CRM. Now, I use the CRM. However, our MLS could be used as a CRM. So every person that's in my company CRM is also in my multiple listing service. And I have a spreadsheet of everyone. Now, I use other products because I'm a backup person. I like to back everything up. But I have a spreadsheet. I have my 100 top people. I have list in Excel. Some people would say, Carrie, you don't need that list. I still like to clean it up every once in a while.
If you want to have it, then you need it. If you say you want to need it, then you need it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So being able to communicate with your clients using an email marketing system is also another way to make sure that you're never out of touch with your clients, because you can segment them into any kind of groups you want, sending them out emails. I'm an authorized local expert with Constant Contact. And when I teach people how to use that system properly, you're not going to lose your clients if you set them up that way. Because once they start getting emails from you, even if you're only doing it once a month, even if you're only sending them something out once a month, you're still touching them, and they're still knowing that they have contact. After a while, that template can change, and they might not even pay attention to it. Why? Because they're getting your email. They're not looking at the template. They're looking at the fact that they're receiving information from you. And that is very, very important to to use. And I like that. You're right, Haywood, the more you invest, and the word key word there is invest.
I'm
Invest
stuck. I'm stuck.
in that broker.
Stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will tell you,
transition.
and it's hard because I tried to use another product, but I'm very scheduled. I stopped using the word busy, even though it still slips. I'm very scheduled. So to have the time to learn a new product, now you're proficient on Constant Contact. I'm very proficient on MailChimp. I've tried to incorporate a few other products that Eileen, she's using Aweber. HubSpot now has a free forever product. But I have to set aside time, and I'm very techie. I catch on to things pretty quickly. See,
Yeah.
I even figured out that what the sound was.
Yeah.
The sound issue was. So and I've been using MailChimp now for about 5 years, so I'm pretty proficient.
Mm-hmm.
So and again, the average age of a real estate is 57, and technology wasn't first for that age group. The next generation, they'll figure it out. They'll know how to import, export. So if my recommendation is integrate something new now, even if you start with Microsoft Excel, so you can import and export pretty easily.
Yeah, it's really important to have that raw information, because when it's a raw data file, it is flexible to put it wherever you want it. You have that flexibility to put it wherever you want to put it. So yeah, it's being able to know that you can access and search through that information quickly. You can't beat that. You know what I mean? You can't beat it. The domain names. Yes, NAR provides you with the extension. You don't have to get that extension if you decide to buy a domain name, but look at the possibility of getting .realtor, because nobody else can use it except for you.
Right.
Nobody else can use .realtor. There's some people that look at it and think that it's just another
dot something.
Yeah, but it really does brand you as a realtor when you use .realtor. Of course, .com is the default. If your name is available as a .com, get your .com.
I think everyone's
going to type it in.
Name, right?
Absolutely. Even if you're not using it for marketing, forward it. It, because for reputation management, you need to have that.
And some people will have the argument of, you shouldn't own Carrie Little. You shouldn't own CarrieBay.com. I say whether you're going to use it or not, you should own your own name. And if you're someone that wants to own your own website, like houses in Illinois, for example, or buy a house in the US, whatever it is, homes for sale, whatever the domain name is, because you want to sell your business later. Yes. Do I get that? Okay. But you should own your own domain name, because there's nothing like having a name like Carrie Little. And if you can't get that name because someone else has it.
Exactly. And people are going to Google you by your name. They're going to Google you by your name. Mark. If they're looking you up, they're going to Google you by your name. So that's very, very, very important. Thanks for joining, Mark. So it's an important thing to know that you can forward that name. You can take it, forward it, and mask it to your primary domain, and so that they're both going. So I got, like DesireeSavery.com. I have .info. You know what I did, Carrie? I used branded.me, which is the one that scrapes from LinkedIn. Branded.me. I use branded.me to create my one of my websites, the free websites, and then I took my domain name DesireeSavery.info, and I connected those two together.
Oh my gosh! You have something else to learn, Desiree.
Well, what you do is all you're going to do is scrape LinkedIn. It's so easy. It is so easy. You just go to branded.me and you tell it to suck LinkedIn in. Done.
So because when you click sign up for free, it says sign in with links. So better LinkedIn than Facebook.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because it's going to create your curriculum vitae right there. Create a website, put it, segment it the way you want it to look. It's perfect. It's perfect. And then, of course, you have your about.me website also. That one is really nice, So having both the about.me and the branded.me website, I use DesireeSavery.me with my about.me. So I continually buy my name as many extensions without actually setting up a website, just forwarded them to there. The other thing that I do is I use my telephone number, my cell phone number, as a domain name. So when people call me, because my name is not one that's easy for someone to remember, they'll call me on the phone and they'll say, your name was given me by such and such. Well, I'm driving or whatever. I'll say, you can get my services on my website. So what's easier for me to do? They've already called me on the phone. I'll say, don't put dashes in, just use the same phone number you just called and put .com on the end, and that will take you to my website. 713-557-1531.com. And that takes them straight to DesireeSaver.com.
So you just masked.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I like Haywood. I was going to say the same. I was thinking it.
Yeah.
I'm a real estate agent, so I get it.
Yes,
we're
Haywood,
plastered all over the place. So,
yeah.
but I have my smartgirlmedia.com. I don't want anyone to go there because someone is rebuilding it right now, so it looks now looking great. But I use the Google Voice now. I put that in all of my websites. Excellent. Just because I figured, even though I look 630-405-8995, I don't care. You can find me. Come looking for me. My husband's standing at the door. He's guarding me now, right? No, but I like the Google Voice. Could I buy the domain for my Google Voice? Yeah, I guess I could. I guess I didn't think of that. I like that.
Yeah.
So,
So here's what I use Google Voice for when I go out of town. So if I'm going to Toronto, I'm going to be up there for a couple of weeks with my family. I put a Google Voice, I put a message on my phone to say, please contact me by using my Google Voice number because I won't be answering my cell phone. And people will call me, and then I check Google Voice and I text them back. I just go in there and send a text response. It doesn't cost me anything to do that because I'm just going to the computer, any computer, and I can text back because I can listen to the Google Voice message. The other thing I use Google Voice for is I train clients how to take their Google Voice and have their clients or their friends, whatever, leave testimonials.
Mm-hmm.
And you can download the MP4 and use it wherever you want, or even put it in Evernote.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a voice message, right?
I like that. And you know what I did with, I really like that.
Yeah. So you can take that MP4 file, download it, and then put it wherever you want. Because people like to hear, you have the inflections already there from a nice testimonial.
So you use the Google Voice for that. You tell them, call me back, leave your testimony.
Yeah, call, because you won't answer the phone. They'll just call, leave the testimonial on your Google Voice, and you don't have to delete it because I have every Google Voice I've ever had since I've had the number. I've never deleted one.
So really, and then you just take the MP4 and you can upload it to your sites, and you can put their photo next to it, or if someone does not want their photo.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Exactly.
I like that.
And so with a website, a domain-based email, you've got your domain-based email address, you've got your website that matches it, right? And then you have all your other extensions with your name and your telephone number. You can't go wrong with coming up on the internet because you've got all the descriptions built into the domain name. You're going to come up on that first page when people are searching for you. Plus with your social media, your hashtags, it's going to work. And I've been using IFTTT like crazy.
Have you? That's a whole boy. I just typed in all your notes here. So domain email, domain address, domain phone number, or Google Voice, and then now this new branded .me.
Yes.
And I guess number 5 would be, as real estate agents, no matter what email address you're using, you should always have a backup to the backup. Don't always. Whether it's Constant Contact, MailChimp, Realty Juggler, Microsoft Excel.
Exact Contact.
Which one?
For using Exact Contact, you can use that to do all of your if you don't want to do something that has everything, your contact management, your website, everything in one place. Hi, Joseph, my darling. You can have everything in one place. Exact Contact will provide you with everything in one place.
I had to call my daughter because my dog is like, I don't know what he wants from me right now, but he's making noise. That's why I put it on mute for a second. I mean, all of that just, you could really redefine. He's over there. No one can see you. My daughter's like, can anybody see me? Look in the bathroom. My dog thinks he should jump in the bathtub and I should turn the faucet on so he can get cold water. Where he got this from?
Oh, that's funny.
Don't know.
It's a child at heart.
Yeah. So
But
anyway,
yeah, if you look at all of these and how they work together, it just makes it so much easier. Now, when social media, you're setting up your social media sites, Carrie. Let's talk about the Facebook business pages and how that relates to everything. Now, using your email address on the internet, your broker email address, don't use it for your LinkedIn account. Because if, let's say, for example, and I've had this happen, if you use your broker email address for your LinkedIn account and for your other accounts, and anything happens where that broker email address changes,
can't get in.
you cannot get in. You have to use an email address for social media. And even if it's a personal one, I literally have a social media email address, like one I don't use it for anything else.
I never thought of that, but I have my broker email and my personal email on social media. So I can log into both. So can
Yeah,
I get rid of the other one? Yes, it's not my primary, but it's there.
yeah, yeah. So when you set up an email address, and I use an Outlook.com, the free one, or back in the day it was called Hotmail. So mine's still Hotmail.
Yeah, I
So
have Live and an Outlook. I only have Outlook because I do have a PC. I know I drive all my Mac users nuts. I have a PC too. So
yeah,
I use the Outlook for that.
yeah, I'm the same. I have the same thing. 10 is not too bad. It used to be 10 has
I'm
made it
still
a little
not.
bit more
I
palatable.
downloaded it and I uninstalled it. Not because I hated it, but nothing worked. The touchscreen, nothing worked. So I don't think for me, I just don't think I would download it. So anyway, back to you.
But if you set up an email address in like Hotmail/Outlook, which is called Outlook now, because I don't use that email address, I know proof of the pudding is there. I can see it. I know that my email address is being resold. I can tell just by looking at it because I never use it. So I see all this stuff coming in that I know I have there's nothing there that I'm like, okay, this person and I have never had a conversation. So I know they're selling my email address.
A broker list. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
So what I do is I right click on inbox and it lets you on the right click delete everything at one time. And
with the new Google inbox, you mean?
Yes. You can right click and delete everything. So I love that because that's one I just don't touch. I just go in there when I have to. I use it for examples when I'm in class, when I'm teaching class, I'll send things to it, so they can see what it looks like on the consumer side. So I'll use it for that also for the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
But the other portion of it that you can use it for, of course, would be all the other things like your free Word, Excel, PowerPoint, online versions, free versions if you need access to it. And of course, I teach students how to access that. But it's important not to use an email address on your social media that is connected to your broker. You just never want to do that.
Because companies get bought and sold and merged, and you've got
Correct.
10 name brokerages now, or and I've seen it. And since I'm a real estate agent, I can't say a real estate company.
Correct.
So, right, antitrust. But I've seen it. I've seen agents get shut out of a company for whatever reason, and they lose everything.
Yeah.
So, then once you're shut out and the email no longer works,
yes,
you're in trouble.
You're done. You're done. Now, when you set up your profile page and you got your business pages, which are extensions of the profile page, those extensions, those business pages, they can have separate email addresses. All you have to go is go into that business page and change the email address on the business page to reflect the business that you set it up for. Don't leave the one that came with a profile page. Change it, because when the consumer goes there, they want to know how to contact you.
And I think when you're in your business page, you still have to you have the ability to set everything up once you start to build it. But all you have to do is now it's under the About To section on your business page, on a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
You just click About and Page Info, and then you scroll down and you can add your company email or whatever email you're using, and you can always change it. So so you're right. So building social media with the personal email account, and then once you build your fan page or business page, you would add your company info.
Add your company info. Make sure that the name of your business page, when I say the name has to do with you're naming the page, it's that name that goes next to your picture does not have the company name in it, the broker name.
Oh, that could be a whole nother blab, let me tell you.
Don't put that in
Because
there.
what's funny is today I was teaching this morning on I was teaching a statistical tool. But in the statistical tool, you can share. And as soon as I share on Facebook, Carrie, and whenever I teach, because I'm an instructor for license law, I always say you must, in the state of Illinois, when you scroll, you must see the name of the sponsoring broker. So in the news feed. So Illinois Code of Ethics is a little bit different. I think they're working on a fix. But so when you scroll through the news feed, you have to see the sponsoring broker. So one agent said, Carrie, well, I just put the name of the company next to my name. I said, that's fine. I said, but I believe you can only change it twice.
No, I don't even know if you can change it twice. The second time you have to send
I've done it 3 times
to prove it.
I've done it maybe 4 times, but it's changed since I've made all these changes.
Yes.
And if you get married, if you change companies, the best tip I can ever give someone is if you put the name of the brokerage next to your name, just don't ever leave and hope they never change the name.
But not only that, then when people search it though, Carrie, when people search it, if that broker is all over the United States, you're nested on that search. People have to search for you because you've put that name inside.
It changes your SEO, right?
Your whole SEO changes. That's why it has to be unique. Add the information on the banner. Use Canva and create your banners and put the broker logo there, because you can change that logo as many times as you want, as long as you have the presence of the broker in the banner. They don't have to be in the name. You're still trying to market yourself and brand yourself.
And I always tell agents, not even just the name, in the About To section, you should say who you work for.
Absolutely.
So also in the About To section here, and if you were to go to my business page, this is my real estate page, not my training page. What's great about the company I work for is somebody else built them. But I've learned that if I don't like the banners, yes, I just go make a Canva. And Canva has a layout. I mean, you can't mess this up.
No, you can't mess it up. And all you want to do is one of the first things you want to load in there on Canva would be your broker logo. Get the broker logo in Canva so that you can drag it onto anything that you create. It'll always be there. And you want to change your logo as often as you can. So there it is. Yeah. So your logo is there, and every time people scroll through, they always have that logo to go to. You know what I mean?
Right. And it just says Carrie. I learned the hard way. And the other challenge is if you put, like you said, the name, you're less likely to be found. And it's harder. Even in Facebook, it's harder to be found because Facebook it competes almost with Google as a search engine. Believe it
does, because it's a website. Google is actually using it. So, and then the name, what they call the vanity page, facebook.com/whatever it is. Don't put your broker name there either, because you're supposed to have that Facebook page forever. Facebook page is there for you to keep forever. It's a website. It is a website. And now that the consumer does not even have to have Facebook to see your page, they'll be able to use, your page to do everything. See your Twitter feed. They can see, your Instagram feed, your Pinterest feed. They can see everything through that one place. They can search MLS. They should know that if they think of you, they think of real estate at all times.
Yeah.
Your broker is there. The presence.
It's like having a website.
It is because that's what Zuckerberg's whole reasoning is to shut down websites. That's why he gave the pages, is to all the features are on that page. So
our generation, we're still going to go to a website, but the next generation is another topic.
But think about this now. Facebook is now integrating Instagram in the pages. So Instagram is in the back end. You can go and connect your Instagram account to your Facebook business page and market yourself with your Instagram and use that as another tool.
Like, I know that Instagram is Facebook, but what did you just
bought
say?
It. So
I know that.
So when you go into the back end of Facebook, there's an Instagram link on the left under settings.
Mm-hmm.
You can now link your Instagram business page to Facebook business pages.
Okay, so wait.
So because here's the thing. When you are on Twitter, right? Twitter says 2 hashtags, that's it. After 2 hashtags, you are spamming on
Yeah,
Twitter,
it just
right?
doesn't work well.
Right.
Yeah, it's not
That's
even
right,
crisp,
because they're
it's not
saying
even
2
clean.
hashtags, you're done.
That's enough.
You're enough. You can link your Facebook page and your Twitter page together.
Correct. I know that.
Right. Well, the reason why Instagram is a hashtag hog is because that's what gives it its credence on the internet. So when Facebook bought Instagram, it included in that, for the marketing aspect of it, the opportunity for you to use that as a boost. Back in the back end of Facebook, you can boost your post. We're not talking about just boosting on the front. I'm talking about in the back end of Facebook, when you're looking at boosting posts.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is now a part of that option.
So are you saying link it on Facebook, or are you saying when you boost, you can buy ads on Instagram?
You can promote your Instagram posts and link them with Facebook through the ad section. When you go down under,
Okay. I know. Okay, I got it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the back end, when you use the Google Chrome, because you can only use Google Chrome with that particular section of Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Instagram is now a part of that whole process.
Okay, got it.
I'll have to look up the link and send it to you. I have the link.
Yes, when you find the link, share that. And everybody, make sure you click on Desiree's name, follow her on Twitter, and then she'll tweet it, and then we can all find it.
Yeah, because it's definitely an opportunity for you to have, because you can have more than one Instagram account now, which I didn't realize until a few weeks ago, that you got, even on your phone, you can toggle between 2 Instagram accounts.
Yeah, I have that set up, but I turned. Right. What was interesting is I had to go to my Instagram account and I had to shut off one of them because whenever I would post, it was forcing it to the wrong one. So I had to log off and just refresh it. I don't know if there was a glitch that day, but every time I would make a post to what I call my personal/business, and I have one just for Smart Girl Media that I'm training my assistant to use, my husband, right? Yeah, it was posting to the wrong place, but I think it's fixed now.
The magic for me is IFTTT. That's what I do. I just use one account.
Then that.
And then if I hashtag, it goes to Twitter, which is what's helping me a lot for images. When I use the hashtag, that's the recipe that I'm using.
So basically what you're saying is now whenever you post on Instagram that you're if this then that's IFTTT, it will automatically share a native photo on Twitter.
If I use my hashtag.
Oh, you're the hashtag to go to.
If I use Pound Technology Coach, then it will post it. But if I don't use it, it won't post it on Twitter.
Okay, because mine is Coffee with Carrie.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You got it. Yeah.
I did share the link to sync your Facebook business page to Twitter.
Yes. There you go. Got that. So I just need to find. I have to go to Evernote and find that.
You can share it on Twitter later.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah. If this then that is a great tool. Just the challenge is having the time to
figure out the recipes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really, really good tool to use. I absolutely enjoy it. I stumbled across one where it allows you to save all your SMS messages. So
why use an app for that?
Well, I didn't know any other way to do it. That was reasonable. So what it does when an email comes in, the first time somebody sends you an SMS message on your phone, it sends the document to Google Drive. Creates a folder in Google Drive just for that one telephone number or contact.
Okay.
And then just starts a string of them for you. So if a realtor is working with a client, they're going to get every comment that client is making in a Google document. The thing is, though, you have to set it for both sides of it. I haven't been able to find it for both sides.
Okay.
So
you could probably build it yourself.
I haven't been able to figure that out yet.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
Ask Jay.
Yeah, but I like that a lot. And you're right, Haywood, that if Facebook is trying to become a one-stop portal for the internet. Absolutely. my search results come up, and so is Google Plus. They're just not doing a very good job. Google Plus is too. I like to use Hootsuite to do my automatic posts for my Google my Google Plus business page, because I can't figure another way to make it work properly. You know, so
I only use Google Plus because it's owned by Google.
yeah, but the posts come up. See, the thing is, their searches come up a lot.
That's why.
Yes.
That's why I use Google Plus. So even though
Yes.
I use it on purpose, that I will
That's
tell
right.
you that. Even though I will tell
Of
you,
it. Mm-hmm.
yeah, we could get off into 5 different topics today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm heavy on Facebook because that's where my market is.
Yes.
And I use the other products because I get a better following, and because of Blab, because of Periscope, you get a different network.
You get a different network. Exactly.
But yeah, so I like Google Plus because it's easy to use. Do I use Google Hangouts? Maybe. But I will say that I use it on purpose just because of the digital footprint.
Right. And
Someone like Haywood said Google Plus is horrible. We could debate that, but I will tell you, I post there on purpose whenever I use Hootsuite, just because it is owned by Google, and if people search for me, I'm found.
Comes right up. It really does, honey. It does, Haywood. It really does. Let me tell you, when you set up your business page, that's when it really makes a big difference, because if you set up your business page, or I shouldn't say if, because you really have to have a business page. You set up your business page and you take the URL from your business page and put that into Hootsuite, and then start setting your auto post there. That's where you're going to find the benefit for mobile. So when somebody's looking you up on your mobile device, your latest posts come up on your mobile phone. That's the important thing.
Yeah, and I would say, and if you're someone that doesn't have time to schedule, just set up your RSS feed for Google Plus.
You know what? I can't figure that out. I haven't been able to figure out the RSS feeds for Google Plus.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you have to pay for that, don't you? That's another
I
bill.
pay for Hootsuite anyway.
Well, I pay for Hootsuite too, but isn't that an extra? I mean, I'm paying the $120 a year. Am I too loud?
I'm pretty sure you can. No. I was just thinking.
Oh.
I was just using my hands to think. I was thinking in drop-down menus. It's like, right. Okay. Yeah. Right. You should see when I teach webinars how I talk to myself and no one can see me.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah. So I'll have to look at mine and see how I have it set up.
Let me know, because I see the RSS there, but I can't figure out where to find the URLs for that at all. Like,
do you have any of your RSS feeds set up?
Period.
Oh, I'll fix that for you. Just need 5 minutes with you on a peer.
Because I can't figure out. I've been going through and looking. I'm like, okay, I give up. I cannot find this anywhere. That's the one thing that I have a stickler on. Everything else, I'm doing okay. But how much is Buffer?
I don't use Buffer. I don't pay for it. I've been paying for Hootsuite for too long, and I really know how to manipulate it. So that's why I use it.
Hootsuite. Oh my gosh.
It's just, I mean, I've been using it for so long. And when I was in my master's degree program, they forced us to take the certification. So I had to watch all the videos anyway. So I really got proficient.
Yeah.
So for me, it's Hootsuite. Now, Buffer is pretty similar. So I would say you could try Sprout Social, but I think you'll have to upgrade that. But Sprout Social, I get more statistics. So maybe we should recap. We got a few extra people. 5 o'clock is a little interesting for Central Standard Time. I think we get more people at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But
we do.
We can always watch the replay.
Yeah. So the email address, having an email address in your business, first of all, one email address is not enough. You cannot function today, even if you're not even in business, with one email address, because that email address is going to ask for a backup email address. And you need to have one that's actually working and that's functional. Okay.
So always have a personal backup.
Always have a personal backup. And you need one that you're actually not even using a lot, because they sell your email address. And so you need something that's going to buffer you so you can go in and just delete things. I love the Outlook.com email address, because you can right click on the inbox and delete everything at one time. So you're not having to go through by page.
Right.
Okay. So it works really, really well. And there's other, features in there that we don't have time to talk about, including Skype, of course, that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
Using a broker email address, there's positives and negatives in that. I think personally, in my own opinion, if I were a realtor, I would be using the broker email address for interpersonal communication. So when they're sending emails to you, you use that just for that specific purpose in order to, see all the emails that are coming in from your peers and from management. I would use that, but I would set up your own domain-based email account by buying your domain name, setting up the email address to go along with it. So for example, if you were to buy SusanOpensDoors.com, your email address would be Susan@SusanOpensDoors.com. That would be the email address that you would use, because that email address is going to follow you no matter where you go. That email address is always going to be there with you. And you can also buy other email addresses that would forward to free sites that we've mentioned and were listed on this string here that you'll see on our live chat. Websites like about.me, which is a free website that you can set up that will give people information about you and provide you with a call to action button. Branded.me, which will pull information from your LinkedIn account. Make sure your LinkedIn account is totally set up properly, and it will scrape the information and pull it into a new website for you and provide people with an opportunity to find out more about the services you've had to offer. Let me just extend this to say one thing, just something I've learned over the years. You don't need to connect with other realtors on your LinkedIn account. If you're a realtor, you need to connect with all your clients and those that you've worked with in the past, not other realtors, okay? You need to keep it in a professional manner that's focused on you, because you should be selfish. Yes, you should be selfish.
Unless you're me.
Account. Unless you're people like me and you that are working in an industry where we're working with other realtors. That's a different story, because that's our clientele, right?
And here's my other tip, though. I would say I would connect with realtors outside of your state. That would be a great way. And even if you're connecting with realtors in your state, it might be in a different market. Like I'm in Northern Illinois, so Southern Illinois would be great, because it's not likely that I'm going to drive 6 hours to show you a house.
Got it. Yeah. And creating groups is also a really great benefit. It moves you up. Creating groups in LinkedIn and putting people in groups, inviting them to join specific groups is a really great way to actually boost yourself in the LinkedIn community. So that's something else to look at. LinkedIn has, started putting their site in a way where you can blog on their site, and that helps a lot, because like-minded people are going to connect with your LinkedIn and see your profile based on like-minded features. What else? Oh, your telephone number. I use my telephone number. And I like Joseph says realtors leave the business, and he has closed contracts from former realtors. Yeah, that's true. So that's a good point. People leave the business and they're still connected on LinkedIn, and that's another way to connect with them, using your LinkedIn account. But you just want to be very careful, because I have seen realtors that will post on your page or connect and blast on top of your profile page, even on Facebook, which you also want to make sure to put the settings properly on your Facebook page.
Yeah, I had
talk about that, Terry.
I posted, and this was in the beginning when we really started using fan pages, and I would share, and I had an agent, he knows me, but I just think he just didn't understand that he was posting publicly. And as soon as I shared something on social media about real estate, his comment was, yes, and I'm a great real estate agent that you should call. That's a troll. That's like spamming. So I had to send him a private message. I almost said his name, just to let him know what you're doing is you're going to my client database or my followers, and you're telling them they're a real estate agent. That's not okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You have to use protocol. If you want to do that, set up your own page, build your own database. Yeah.
Or wait to be invited. Is there a reason why I invited you on my page to have this conversation?
Correct. So you can change the settings to say that you're the only one allowed to actually post on your Facebook page. You can go into the settings and do that. We're talking about business pages right now, not personal pages, your business page. You want to make sure that that's actually in there, so you can create that as an opportunity for people to see your string. They can reply by the way, even on the business pages too, Carrie, a person does not have to have, they can like your page or not like your page, it doesn't matter. But they can actually like your comments without liking your page now on Facebook. That's been there for a while. They don't have to actually like your page to like your posts.
Right.
They can just like them. I have to share one thing that I think is a great feature that Facebook has actually done is when you add listings, the carousel is awesome. Awesome, awesome. So when you add a listing, let's say you want to add a listing to Facebook, right? On your business page, they give you more than one way to add, it can kind of look like Pinterest, or they have the carousel, which is a website address and all the pictures, other pictures that you want to add to it. It looks so nice.
What are you using then?
You're using the same things, the same features. It's just another look because of the way it looks on a mobile device. Because they're focusing on mobile. They're focusing on mobile.
So if I'm on my mobile and someone posts their listings, you're saying it'll turn like a carousel.
It the way they thumb through it, they see
okay.
that it has a carousel look.
Right? I have a carousel app on my Facebook page where it's dynamic. So when I list, it automatically goes right underneath my banner, but it's only available for my MLS because someone at our MLS built it.
Oh, no.
Right. So that's what I was
about.
Okay.
No, this is when you're in your Facebook business page and you want to add photos. It gives you like 3 or 4 options now to how to add the grid of the photos, how they're actually added. One is carousel listings. Exactly. They're great from mobile.
Okay.
They look excellent. And I would definitely try it out and see how it looks. The first thing it's going to ask is for a URL. So if you have a unique URL, of course, for the listing, you add that, and then you can upload other images or, any other images, maybe some images of the area or something with it. It looks great. It looks great. You could actually add the actual photos if you want, if you don't want them to have to click and go to the website to see the additional photos, however you want to add them. But it looks really good. So those are some new features. Change your email address on your social media so that the consumer can see your real email address, not the one that you added when you first created your Facebook business page. And remember, you can have more than one.
Well,
so that's something
whatever
else.
You create for your personal page, if it's my email, Miss.CarrieLittle, whatever it is, when you get to your business page, make it your business email. So you can add that in the About To section.
Correct. And make sure that either your address on your business page, if you're in the real estate industry, is where you hang your license. Not, if there's 4 different locations in your area, it has to be the location that you're registered. It has to be that location.
It can't be your home address. Can't be the UPS store. It can't.
We understand you could be remote. It doesn't matter. You have to have your broker email, a physical address in there as the address so that it will map it and that you're in compliance with the National Association of Realtor rules. It's very, very important that you do that. Okay. But the name of the page needs to be you. And that name is not unique. If you could add Desiree Savory as the name and it will take it. But the URL at the top is what's unique. So you have to be very careful to make sure that you have the right name in there. And they've been going through and checking to see if pages are legitimate. They asked me for proof, got my LLC information. I had to upload my LLC data for my Facebook page to authenticate it. I don't know if you got one from them, but I did.
Oh, not yet.
I got mine.
Because I have the technology trainer, which I don't have an LLC for. It's just a trainer, but I do have Smart Girl Media.
They just wanted to know. They wanted proof that my page was legal or that it was authentic. And if you look on my Facebook page, it has that checkbox on it now. Yeah. I had to upload a legal document for them. I don't know why the computer algorithms did it. I'm sure it wasn't somebody just sitting there going, I don't know who this person is. Let me just check them out.
What's your business page name?
It's Online Real Estate Coach.
Just like that? Facebook.com, online real estate.
That's the website address is Online Real Estate. It's facebook.com/online real estate coach.
That's what I spelled that wrong. Yeah. Oh, you're verified.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get that. You're closed. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all, but I had to be verified. And you get an email from them when they want when they want you to do it. You just need to take a PDF and upload it.
Oh,
And in
okay.
about 24 hours, you'll just see it on your page.
You might be able to do Facebook Live from your business page from your smartphone. I would like to know.
I don't know.
I'd like
I
to
have
know.
no idea.
I
I've
want you
never
to.
tried. Okay, so how do I do that? Do I have to download the
I
app?
just want you to open up your phone and then click. I want to know. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out with us. So, when you click Facebook, and I'll show you what mine looks like.
Is it the business
I
page or
want you to
just
go to your business page. Absolutely. So I'm
oh,
on my
business
personal
page?
page. This is my personal page. You see this? Can you sort of see?
Yeah.
Do you see where it says status? Watch this. When I click status, do you see my little live button? It has a over here.
Yeah.
That's Facebook Live, but it's only on my personal account. I can't get verified on my business page. So I would like to know that when you click your Facebook business, all I clicked was I wanted to make a post. So I clicked status first.
Okay, so you go in and then you go in and create a status.
And then do you see the live button?
No, there's no live button on mine.
Okay, I have a question for you. Do you have an iPad?
Yeah, I have to go get it.
Okay, you don't have to do it now, but next time I need you to broadcast something live a few times on your personal page. So what happened is, and on Facebook, well, Facebook made Facebook Live available to Mac users first. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad. So if you have an iPad, I want you to go to your iPad later today, and I just want you to just do a broadcast just like Periscope, and I want you to type in testing Facebook Live, and I want you to go live, and I want you to talk to and just say, hey, I'm testing this. Hey, welcome, because people are going to join you live. And do it for a few minutes, and then in a few days, I think it will trigger your Droid phone, because that's what happened to me, because it's not available.
Shut that door.
Right, because it happened to Marky too.
But you have to do it on the personal page.
Yes, so it's really
not on the business page.
Unless
that's confusing.
Well, I want you on your Facebook, when you go to your iPad.
Yeah.
I want you to check to see if you have Facebook Live on your business page. I'm sure you have it on your personal page, because people that have it on their business pages are verified accounts.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to know if you have it. And they said it was for famous people, music artists. Right. So if you're verified, I'd just like to know. Please tell me.
Shut the front door on that. Okay, I will sure check.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, now back to this.
I'll let you know later on. I'll check it after we're done here.
So you said make sure your business address is actually the office address, and then you made one other point, and I didn't type it.
Oh, just your URL, your website address. You don't want to add anything in there that's not reflective of who you are. You don't want to make it the broker the broker name. Use Canva also to create your headers. That way you are able to quickly make those changes. It creates excitement when you change your banners. When you change your banners, it really does create excitement.
I have to change mine because now.
And what I'm also doing, Cherry, is telling agents and others of small businesses to match your banner with your call to action. So let's say, for example, you have a button that says sign in or sign up or contact me. I don't think people are really paying enough attention to those buttons. Add something inside your banner to tell them, contact me. Use the words. Since you can use Canva to do that very easily, put it somewhere in there, because I think you can only put 20% text on your banners. I think if I'm correct on that.
Yeah, I think it can't be too huge.
No, and it'll let you know. They'll deny it if it's different. So match the words. So for whatever the words are on those call to action, match with the same words. So if it's video, watch video, use the same words so that the consumer doesn't have to think too hard as to what to do on that call to action.
Keep it
When
simple,
they go
7
there.
words or
Keep
less.
it as simple as possible. Absolutely. Use bright pictures. Use moving images if you can. So what do I don't mean that they're literally going to move, but if you have a person that's looking up, you can tell that they're looking up at something. Those type of things make a difference with your images. And you can use what's some of those free websites that you can go to get images. One of them is Pixabay.com. Pixabay.com is an excellent website to go to. I've started using Pixabay on my mobile device, on my phone, to post. Yes. So I go to Pixabay, find an image, left click on it. It'll allow me to download that image on my phone, and then I can use it to post on Twitter or Instagram or wherever, and actually put, I can edit it right there on my phone and post things. So I'm using Pixabay mobile without logging in if I don't need a large photo. So that's another tool that you can use to make sure that you're getting enough traction on your social media pages.
Okay, cool.
I think that's a good enough.
Well, I have just one more tip.
Yeah.
Because you already said it, I just want to remind everyone to always have a backup to the backup when it comes to your email. So even if you do decide to use your company client relationship management tool, which is the CRM, I still recommend that if it's Microsoft Excel, if it's Constant Contact, if it's MailChimp, if it's a third-party company, always keep a backup to your database, because something might change and you might need to go back to the raw data. Another product that we talked about, and why can't I think of his name at the moment? What's our buddy's name? Not Jay. What's the other guy that always comes in on our calls?
You're talking about Chin?
Yes, Chin. Consider Full Contact, because Full Contact will allow you to
Full Contact.
He's the one that told us about fullcontact.com. And when you log in, you can sync all of your social media contacts, and you can import your MailChimp or Constant Contact. Now, you might have to upgrade, but it was worth the upgrade for me.
Okay. All right. I'll check that out. I will check that out. But you're right. I've turned a lot of agents onto Zoho because it's easy to create.
Okay.
Zoho is another one that you can use. If you're just looking for something that's low budget and easy to use, you don't have to use all of Zoho. You actually get an email address with Zoho. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Outlook-ish. It's all online.
Yeah, and if you're someone that is keeping a flash drive, I do recommend that you consider cloud storage. So even if it's
absolutely
Google Sheets, because I still have a USB, it's about this big, it's a circle, and I'm still praying that one day it works. Probably don't need it anymore, but right. So I am a firm believer that we should always keep something in the cloud, or there's a new product I have an external hard drive at home. So like I'll occasionally export all my photos. I'll export a lot of things that are here onto the external hard drive. There's a new one that's cloud-based. So you can have your own cloud-based external hard drive, and it allows you to turn on the Wi-Fi or connect it to Wi-Fi. So I can be in Texas and access my external hard drive through the Wi-Fi, and then when I don't want to access it, I can turn it off and it's no longer available. So it's like having my own server.
I have one here. I just haven't actually used it in a while.
I forget what it's Wi-Fi called. Based?
Yes, and it's a white tower. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's got it right here. But what about photos? You don't use Google Photos and just have it standard size, so you're backing up all your photos?
Well, I like to upload to Shutterfly, but Google Picasa, you mean, right?
Picasa is going away.
It is, so it's just Google Photos?
Google Photos. Okay. And on your phone, you want to make sure it's set for standard size. You're going to have the actual Google Photos. It looks like a pinwheel, right?
Okay.
It's multicolor. And when you set it, it will automatically back up all your photos onto Photos in the app. So when you go to the app in Gmail, you'll see Photos, right? All your photos will be uploaded there. And then you can select the ones you want to put in collections, So you're making albums out of them, and now you can edit them online, just like you could in Picasa.
Okay.
So they back up, and you can set it up where you can put the app on your computer. So I have it on my Mac, where as soon as I add a file, it uploads it straight into Photos. So all my photos are being backed up as I add them to my computer. So I have access to them on any computer, whether I'm on a PC
Mine are uploading
or I'm on a Mac.
So mine have been uploading to my OneDrive.
Yeah.
So I have to look at that. I was afraid of Picasa because whenever I'd go to Google Plus, they'd all be there, and I was like, "Wait a minute,
private.
what?"
They're private. They're not public.
Right, I know. I figured that out, but like I said, I'm a real estate agent.
Sure. And you know what I like about that? You know what I like about that is that if I, like today, I had to send a bunch of pictures from this weekend to my son. I just went in there and then got the URL and sent it to him. If he forwards it to someone else, the link breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the only one that can see the link because the URL is unique to just him. So it's a great way to send images, and all of them can download as a zip file if he needs to download them. But you can edit each one of those documents or each one of those pictures,
mm-hmm.
or put them in a collection. So you have collections, you have your photos separate.
Okay. All right, I'll have to try that.
Picasa is going away; it won't be supported anymore.
Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have anything there.
I love Picasa, but they're taking it away. They're going everything's going cloud. And I have, of course, it's on the phone, on your Android. You can put it on your iPhone, not a problem. So, I was really scared that iPhones, so do I. I was scared that I was going to have to go to iPhone because I figured, well, I might as well eventually if I wasn't going to be able to have an SD card in here. But I understand they're not getting rid of the SD cards.
Oh, it's coming back. It is.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, because the Note 4, the Note, whatever.
Is it a 7? Something like a 7.
It's whatever happened. I didn't upgrade because they didn't have the SD card. I was like, what's the point?
What's the point? Exactly.
Right. That's why I have it.
They're coming back. With this. I am so happy. I am so happy because I was stressed out. I was like, this is not right.
So, all right.
Well, this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank
you so much for joining. Oh, it's been too long. Much too long. So what do you think we should do on our next subject?
I don't know. So let's end it and then we'll chat and go off the record.
Yeah, we will do that. And thank you all for joining us today. My name is Desiree Savory. I'm here in Houston, Texas. I'm a technology and accountability coach. You can find me at DesireeSavory.com. And if you're looking for personal coaching, I'm here available to provide you with those services. Carrie?
And I am Carrie Bay Little. I am a real estate instructor here in Illinois. I am also a digital marketer and social media expert where I help real estate agents manage their social media. You can find me at smartgirlmedia.com. And if you go there, don't judge me by my website. It's being rebuilt.
Looking forward to
follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. If you click on our names, you can follow us right away on Twitter. That's probably the fastest way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.